I lived a life of fighting. I love to fight. And I remember growing up on St. Louis Avenue in Bell as a young kid, whatever, elementary, going to school, whatever, going there fighting kids. If I couldn't get my way, if somebody wanted to take my seat, I'm gonna give my seat back because I'm gonna fight. We always fight because we always saw my mother getting beat on. In the house, we stayed on Bell. I saw my mother kill her husband. She killed her husband because he constantly was beat on her. I was right there in the room and I saw her like grab the butcher knife and slit his throat. I saw this with my own eyes, whatever, and it's like, man, it's like it had an impact on me, like, man, like this is really, like this is death. After that, we just lived a hard life. They tried to take us from my mother, so we got spreaded out. And I went to the foster parents, but they told me I couldn't see my brothers and sisters no more, so I ended up running. I ran away and got back on the streets, and I was like probably like 13. So I just had pain, had a lot of rage in me. So it's like every time somebody say something to me, I blow up, I snaps. When I got older, whatever, this like my teenage years, I was in the streets hustling ass while selling drugs, illegal ways, selling drugs, whatever. So a lot of money, but it wasn't getting me nowhere because it landed me in the penitentiary. Like the first night is the worst night. Like you just think about everything. Like I'm like a tough guy, but sooner or later a tough guy will always cry. When I first went to the penitentiary, I'm thinking that I'm gonna do 12 months, a year and get right out. But I end up doing altogether almost 6 years, 5 and like 7 months. Because my behavior, I kept fighting. In 2011, my mother passed away. So my heart like disappeared for real, like, man, my heart was like made of steel for real. I didn't care about nothing because I wasn't there to see this, to see her funeral or nothing. So anything, whoever say anything to me wrong, I'm taking off like man. I wanna fight, I wanna get this anger out, and I'm gonna win. It's like, you gonna get beat, especially if I blank out, like, man. So they sent me to a level 5, custody level 5. That's the maximum security. That means max, lockdown. 23 hours a day, lockdown. So when I get there, I'm like, man, what's my purpose in life? I still didn't know. So I'm like, I just told God, I know you gave me a second chance, but get me out this situation. Show me something, show me my way out, show me my way out. When they told me that I was leaving, getting out of the penitentiary, man, I was so anxious, like, man, I haven't saw my family in so long, almost 6 years, man. I haven't saw my daughter almost in 6 years. So I was really nervous, like, man, is my daughter gonna crash? She gonna be scared to come around me? She haven't saw me in so long. So now we driving around the old neighborhood and it hit me like, man, you ain't supposed to be driving around this neighborhood like that because you're gonna fall back in destruction, man. You're gonna fall back and lead to the same ways when you just left, man. Like, nah. So when I was out, the first day I didn't do nothing. The second day I didn't do nothing. I was in the house with my daughter. The third day I was in the house with my daughter. I really was scared to come outside because I'm really in society now. It's like, man, I was so scared, like I was gonna fall back and do the same old ways I just came from. So I'm like, I need a job. So me being a felony, man, it was hard to find a job. Every place I went to wasn't gonna hire me because on the application, they realized like, man, this is a very angry guy. This is an angry guy right here. I had an anger problem. So like, man, I knew I wasn't gonna get a job. So I kept searching, kept praying. So one day, I walked to my PO building, whatever, and I see a flyer up, and they was taking applications, whatever, job leadership training program, whatever. So I'm like, man, I got to give it a shot. So I gave it a shot, whatever. And when I got into class, I just felt a great vibe in the class, like, man, this your purpose in life also. Mission to St. Louis is so great because it changed me so much. Like, if it wasn't for Mission to St. Louis, I don't think I'd be sitting in this chair right now. Positive people believing in you. Positive people, man. Great people believing in you. It's a motivation. That's what it's called, it's a motivation. When I feel like people believe in me, positive people believing in me, I can make it, it just pushed me harder to make it. I have people there for me now. At first I had people there for me, but it was negative people, you know what I'm saying? It was gonna lead me back to jail or death. I don't want that. I want something to lead me. I know I can be successful in life, man, like successful. James Westbrook, he came to me like, I have a great position for you. I'm like, what is it? Like, well, I got more details. He's like, he's at a warehouse dealing with shoes. I'm like, with who? He say, Joe Clendenny. I'm like, oh man, that's a great guy. Like, yeah, I do it.
These guys in the Mission St. Louis program, they're good guys. And yes, they've made some mistakes, just like I made mistakes. And they're looking for that opportunity for a second chance. One of the things I see now is a need for more businesses to take the opportunity to get involved with the Job and Leadership program, offer opportunity for these guys. It's so rewarding.
I work hard because I can't get back out in the street life, man. I have a purpose in life, and it's to work hard, man. The main thing was when we was talking about was being in your kid's life. That's the main thing we was talking about, and that really caught my attention because I feel like I just did all this time and I really wasn't in my daughter's life. Taking care of your kid, taking care of your child, taking care of your daughter, taking care of your son. That's a real leader. Taking care of your household. That's a real leader. Good leader is Jesus. That's the good leader. If you don't have Jesus in your corner, you won't have nothing. You're not gonna make it in life. My leader is Jesus. It's Jesus. And Mr. St. Louis, they showed me the way. They showed me the way out. I had a hard life when I was young. I saw a lot when I was young. Saw a lot of money when I was young. But where did it lead me to? It led me to the penitentiary. It's not right. Just have faith and have patience. And the man above will work everything out. Everybody on this earth for a purpose. Everybody on this earth for a purpose. You just got to find your purpose. You got to find that way and just live by it.